The goal is to have healthy athletes here. The people in our sports medicine department really, act as the point person, the point people to get, our kids, our athletes to the right, the right resources for them to be successful and for them to be healthy.
Sports medicine is kind of a broad term. It encompasses injury prevention, treatment, rehabilitation of the athlete. Illness is included in there.
The sports performance team itself is sports medicine, which includes athletic trainers and team doctors, sports nutrition, which is our registered dietitian that specializes in sports medicine, strength and conditioning, and physical therapy. All of us work together to treat the whole athlete. It's a team effort.
Drexel is truly a collaborative environment, especially between the sports performance staff. We really work all together because we have the same goal in mind, and that's to keep our student athletes doing what they love, and that's playing their sport.
The last 10 years, or when this evolution has changed, has made experts in different fields, be able to exercise their knowledge and share it, rather than certain individuals having to know every different area of sport performance. So having that kind of in one area or under one leadership allows a more cohesive conversation.
And they do an amazing job talking with the coaches, whether that's preventing injuries, strengthening the athletes, picking up on peak time, non-peak time, which is off-season and on-season, and we're really trying to be ahead of it now. We're not trying to be reactive, we're trying to be proactive, so we're not really running into injuries, and they do a good job minimizing and managing this area.
Back in the day, it was like, rub some dirt on it and maybe tape an ankle and take an aspirin and, see me tomorrow if you have to. Everything's evolved. Obviously, sports medicine's evolved. The sports medicine department here, since I first got here, has evolved in a really good way.
It's been a slow simmer to a sprint when it comes to development of sports medicine. It's, been the basic ice, rest, elevation, that old concepts of maybe the 60s and 70s. And now we're into the 2020s where we're talking about recovery. There are so many more tools that we can utilize at our disposal. Our goal is to get the athlete back on the field as quickly and as healthy as possible without putting them more in injury's way.
As athletic trainers, we spend time with our athletes before practice. We spend time with them after practice. We travel with them. We're on the road with them. And within that time period, we end up building relationships because we see them at their lows, we see them at their highs, and we work with them on a daily basis throughout it. Get to know the person, not just the athlete. One of the best things we experience is when our student athletes leave and they come back. And they come in and you see them, they're succeeding in life, they're succeeding in jobs, they're succeeding in relationships. And it's great to see, and those bonds last for a long time.
I think all of us want the kids to be healthy, and sometimes you want them to be healthy of mind and body, and sometimes obviously you want them to be healthy so that you can get them on the field. And again, I feel like that whole department does that for all the student athletes here.
At the heart of it, all these student athletes are people first. They come from varied backgrounds, they come from different places. We need to meet them where they're at. Be a person with them, recognize them as an individual, and grow that relationship and help them to grow so that they have a good time while they're here. I think the most rewarding part is when that athlete gets injured, they're at the lowest of lows. Part of their identity is wrapped up in being a Division I athlete. And now it's taken away from them. And then once we get through that rehabilitation process, they build the strength, they get better, they get active. And knowing that we went through that together, that I was a small part of that, but it took the determination and the grit of that athlete to fight through the injury, to get better both physically, mentally, and persevere through that experience. And then I get to see them go do what they came here to do. That's what's rewarding for me, to see the smiles on their faces, to see the excitement, the way they go about their day after an injury. I think that's probably the biggest reward for me in my job.
Bye.